All right, the twisted case of alleged double murderer Brendan Banfield is now in the hands of a Virginia jury. Jurors just went home for the night without reaching a verdict after deliberating a few hours on whether the former IRS agent killed his wife, Christine, and another man, a stranger, all in the couple's bedroom nearly 3 years ago. Prosecutors say Christine was stabbed to death by Banfield and that the man, Joseph Ryans, was fatally shot. They allege the murders were the result of an elaborate scheme concocted by Banfield and the family's live-in au pair, Juliana Perez Magales, who had become Banfield's lover. Juliana testified that she watched Banfield fatally stab his wife. In closing arguments today, prosecutors said the evidence they presented backed up her story.
He was in love with Juliana. He can pretend that this was a fling, an affair, he'd had them before, no big deal. He was in love with Juliana. He was afraid of losing her. You needn't rely only on Juliana's story. There has been a plethora of evidence to help you meet your burden in this case.
But the defense argued in closing that Juliana made the whole thing up, insisting Banfield may have been a cheater, but he wasn't a killer.
All we've done is show evidence. All we've done is try to get the truth out there. He's a philanderer. We can conclude that. It's horrible. It's a horrible situation to be in. He had affairs. He accepted that. He told you, ladies and gentlemen, exactly what was going on and exactly how it went.
It remains to be seen how those arguments will play with the jury. Let's get our panel back. Former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani and criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool. Nima, what do you make of the closing arguments that we just played in that case today, and of the stunning move by the defense to put Brian Banfield on the witness stand? You hardly ever see somebody accused of murder take the stand in their own defense.
Elizabeth, stunning is absolutely right. The reason defendants don't testify is when they do, the entire case comes down to their testimony. And Brendan Banfield was a terrible witness. He was already very unlikable because he replaced his wife with Juliana the nanny really weeks after she was killed. But then he testified and he basically lost all credibility. He told this really fantastic story that opened up all this other bad evidence that came in. This other affair, him being on a sugar daddy site, having a relationship with a friend's partner. It just opened the door to all that because he got on the stand and lied so much. And I think the worst lie of all, Elizabeth, was how Juliana the nanny somehow had the code to his gun safe. She went and got the gun and ended up shooting Joe Ryan. The story made no sense whatsoever, and I think the prosecution had a field day both during cross-examination and during their closing argument today.
Yeah, in the closing arguments, Brian, prosecutors hit on the fact that text messages between Banfield and the au pair, Juliana, revealed that the two of them were talking about what to name their children, hence their argument. He was in love with her, and this wasn't just... He testified, I wanted to stay married. Yes, I cheated, but I wanted to stay married. They also revealed that Banfield bought a gun leading up to the murder and that he and Juliana, the au pair, went to a shooting range to practice firing the guns in the days leading up to the murders.
Yeah, Elizabeth, not only that, but Banfield had a big lie that I think is going to resonate with the jury. He said on the day of the shooting, he had this big, important meeting set up with his boss.
Yep.
The meeting went well. He's going to get a promotion. Well, guess what, Mr. Banfield? Your boss took the stand, and he said that meeting didn't take place. And another thing, too, what about he claimed that his wife, after being stabbed, I think 7 times in the neck, is telling him, hey, I'm bleeding out, right? The jury's not going to believe that. When a jury is faced with making a decision like this, they usually lean, Elizabeth, on instinct. What does their gut show? And gut shows, did you see the video of him when they told him, your wife has died?
Yeah, the police cam, the body cam video.
Yeah, the video showed his reaction, and the jury had to have seen that It was just not authentic at all that he was sad or upset. And I think when you combine all that with the au pair being an eyewitness to the shooting, and you've got some DNA blood evidence also linked to him, you know, I think that this is going to lead to a conviction.
Yeah, Control Room, if we can find that video, because we played it, I think, last night. Let's play it again for our audience while we talk about it. But, you know, it's interesting, Brian, you raise a good point. He testified on the stand that as he's cradling his dying wife after this stranger stabbed her, that she says, "I'm bleeding out, I'm sorry." And yet on the body cam video, you see the nurse, the doctor coming in and saying, "I'm sorry, she's dead, she's gone," and him being shocked and surprised. So you have that conflict, as well as the fact that he was contradicted on the stand by his own boss, who he said, "I was meeting with my boss for this big meeting," and the boss gets on the stand and testifies under oath. Yeah, that didn't happen. Nima, that's not good.
No, it's not. And he wasn't wearing his suit, his business attire for that important meeting. He was in casual clothing. And again, he just opened the door to the boss coming in on rebuttal. None of that was going to come in. The judge wasn't going to allow it until he opened his big mouth, started lying. He should have kept it shut. He should have pleaded the fifth, asserted his right to remain silent, and maybe, just maybe, he'd have a chance at reasonable doubt.
Here's the problem. Once a jury sees you caught in a lie on the stand, they got to doubt every other word that came out of your mouth on the stand. Brian Claypool, Nima Rahmani, we shall see what the jury thinks. Thank you both so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.